Labor Day weekend, a lot of people expected to celebrate on the waterways, and ALEA Marine Patrol, they're prepared and hoping this holiday is safer than the last one. CBS 42 News reporter Hillary Simon talked to the owner of a local campground and talked to her about that. Hillary, good morning.
Good morning. Buddy Vines, who owns Buddy Vines Camp off of Bankhead Lake, says he's been fortunate to not have seen any fatal boating accidents on his property. But sadly, they do happen, and he's keeping a close eye out for his family and his renters. ALEA Marine Patrol will be out on the local waters looking for any kind of safety violation. At Buddy Vines Camp near Hueytown, the owner says they'll have Marine Patrol nearby, and they feel a sense of peace knowing that. Vines says it's one of their busiest weekends and expected to see 100 to 150 people at the camp this weekend. He just wants to make sure everyone is enjoying the holiday safely.
That's always an issue in that people start having a great time on the water, and they love being with family and being out in the boat, and they forget how dangerous it can be. And obviously alcohol and boating, they do not mix, and we encourage all of our people to avoid drinking while on the water.
And ALEA Marine Patrol says they'll be checking safety violations and registration violations. If they find something, they can go on board and make sure each boat has the proper safety equipment on there. ALEA Marine Patrol says the congestion on the lakes is going to be a big factor, and they ask everyone to keep a good distance from other boats, just like you do on the roads. Live in studio, Hillary Simon, CBS 42 News local coverage you can count on.
Big day to barbecue, of course, Labor Day. I'm sure you've had quite a few already this summer. Did you ever get a little scared? Maybe the flames got out of control? Worried? Well, there's a way to solve that. We have Michelle Idom here with Metro Fire, and we appreciate you taking the time out. You know, it is a little later in the season, but today's a huge day to barbecue. What is the biggest don't that a lot of people do?
The biggest don't, I would say, is to have your barbecue in a spot that's more likely to cause a fire. Fire can burn down a tree right here where we are right now. We're under this beautiful tree.
Right.
These flames, you get some greasy food on there, you haven't cleaned your barbecue, and the flames can get high enough to where they heat up that tree and they catch that tree on fire.
And I bet you people just don't even think about it. Don't even look up, right?
Don't even look up. An overhang, like on an awning on your house, on a balcony, anything that's above you, not a good spot to barbecue.
Okay. So lighting a grill, is there a specific way that you would like us to light a grill, or just the way it comes, like tick, 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 tick kind of thing?
Great question.
I don't know exactly what that is.
What we'd say always is have something to clean your grill with. So before you light it up, do your scrubbing, clean your grill, because that's where
all the flame ups come. Oh, I've run with my flower pot, watering can, and really pouring it in there as I'm just charring my steaks. So not only does it make yucky food, it's pretty risky too, right?
It's definitely going to get those big flame links. And with that, so you've already got grease on there, you add a really greasy food on there, you're going to have some huge flame links.
Okay.
So you're genius though on having some water can that kind of ruins your food.
I always have it right there, just in case.
That's why we have somewhere around here, we have a fire extinguisher and it's a water can.
I don't think of it as much fire safety as it is, I got to make the best dang tenderloin ever, but it is important to have that there just in case.
It is important just in case. So clean your grill before you start it.
Okay. Now what else should we, or a don't that we're doing?
So a don't is going to be leave your grill unattended. So you get your grill going, you put this down because you want to heat it up nice and wonderful, you go wander away.
Right.
Every child, you have a barbecue, you got lots of people over, they're going to come walking on over, and we see so many times kids just want to see what's in there, and they're going to stick their hands on this grill. They're going to get second and third degree burns on their hands.
How important is it for us to turn this off when we're done down at the,
when you're all done, turn the valve?
Yeah, the valve there.
You're going to turn that off.
Does that really matter that much, or should we?
Fire safety is not a gigantic thing. It's good to have it because you're going to be leaking or potentially opening the door to be leaking your propane out of there. So next time you go to use it, it's going to be empty because it leaked out.
Real quick question for you. We're almost done here, and you're going to come back in about 20 minutes. We're going to talk about the do's. The do's.
Where to have your barbecue and the cool things to do to make it positive, safe.
Real quick question. Like Pam for grills, I spray it with like that. Is it going to suck up the flame and explode my hand, or is that a wives' tale? I've always wondered.
Anything you want to do it when it's off. Do it before you turn that grill on.
Okay, so I don't want to be spraying that with the...
You don't want to be spraying that.
It is pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy. And pour some olive oil onto a folded paper towel.
And just do it.
Wipe it down.
Good.
After you clean it.
Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love it. Deirdre's going to
Good afternoon. I'm Corporal Sean Craig with the Harford County Sheriff's Office. I'm here to briefly talk to you about holiday driving, long sustained drives during the holiday season. We have several tips for you to ensure your safety and your family's safety while out on the road. First and foremost, we want to stress distracted driving. It's a big no-no. You want to make sure that you put the phones down and that you're driving not distracted going down the roadway for both your safety and your family's safety. The other big tip would be, of course, seatbelt usage. Not just for yourself, but for your kids. Make sure there's a lot of families, a lot of kids out there on the roadway. Make sure that their child safety seats are properly secured. Another big tip is drowsy driving. A lot of people don't realize that if you don't get adequate sleep for at least the 24 hours before that you leave, then basically drowsy driving is the equivalent of a 0.10 BAC, so that's pretty scary stuff. So make sure that you're well rested if you're going to get behind the wheel. The next one would be defensive driving. Unfortunately, with so much traffic out on the roadway, a lot of people are driving more aggressively to get from point A to point B. You definitely want to be defensive above and beyond any other normal time of the year. If you encounter any kind of road rage incident, please call your local authorities so that they can respond. You want to leave yourself also enough time. You're just putting undue stress on yourself if you don't get out there with adequate time to get to your location. Remember, you want to get there in one piece, safe and sound. You also want to have a fully stocked car. There's nothing worse than going down the road, needing something, your car breaks down, cold weather, and you don't have those items that you need. So you want cold weather gear, some extra hoodies, an emergency blanket, a first aid kit, some water, some food, something to have in your car just in case. And last but not least, get that car maintenance done now prior to your trip. I'm sure we've all seen it when you're going on your long holiday trips. You see disabled motorists on the side of the road. Don't let that be you. Make sure you go get your car maintenance done now. Get fresh tires, brakes, windshield wipers, whatever you need to ensure a safe drive.